Good afternoon and welcome to the March 11th City of Apopka Planning and Zoning Commission. If everyone would please stand with me for a moment of silent prayer and the pledge. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty. We have a public comment period for each agenda item this evening. If you have comment on one of the items on the agenda, you will be given an opportunity during the discussion of that agenda item. If you have something that is planning and zoning related that is not on the agenda, now would be the time to be recognized and speak. All right, seeing none, we will move on. A reminder, when you're speaking, make sure your red light is on. Erin doesn't read lips very well, so she has a hard time making the minutes. All right. Approval of meeting minutes from February 11th, 2025. Does anybody have any changes or additions? No? All right. We need a motion and a second.
I make a motion to approve.
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Washington. Do I have a second?
I second.
Second by Commissioner Woods. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 1, approval of the 4101 Golden Gem Road Major Development Plan. Owners, Kelly Park VB Development LLC, care of CO Kevin Barry. Applicants, Kimberly Horn and Associates, care of Mackenzie Surgeon, PE. I hope I got that right. Location 4101 Golden Gem Road. Ms. Sanchez.
Good evening, Jean Sanchez with the Community Development Department. This is a request to recommend approval of 4101 Golden Gem Road Residential Major Development Plan. The subject property is located east of Golden Gem Road and north of the neighborhood district overlay of the Wild Oaks development. It's approximately 9 acres in size. The neighborhood district overlay in Wild Oaks permits a maximum of 198 residential units to be constructed in a single phase. And as noted on the Wild Oaks development agreement, development shall be calculated based on the total gross acreage of each district overlay. The site design comprises of 40-foot wide lots as well as 60-foot wide corner typical lot sizes. The parcel currently houses agricultural structures. This development benefits from the Wild Oaks 10-acre open space amenity and recreation program in the north and northeast areas. The applicant provides a cross access to the adjacent areas as required by code. Sidewalks are located along the Golden Gem Road frontage and internally, leading to unit entrances and promoting pedestrian and vehicular movement to the commercial pods of the Wild Oaks development. This is the proposed elevation of the residential structures. The DRC recommends approval. The recommended motion is to recommend approval of 4101 Golden Gem Road Residential Major Development Plan, subject to the staff report and exhibits. Staff and applicant are available for questions.
Thank you, Ms. Sanchez. Anyone have questions of staff?
I did.
Okay. Commissioner Mott?
Ms. Sanchez, I believe I read this correctly. So the applicant is looking for 54 dwellings, and there is the ability to build 198, which leaves 144. And that is at some future date. Is that in property above, to the east, to the?
It's really in the same vicinity. It's by overlays.
Okay.
So it would be within the. Let's see if we can. So it would be around this area right here is considered the neighborhood overlay for Wild Oaks.
Okay, and that's also part of Wild Oaks.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
I have a question.
Sure.
I was unable to see how the stormwater is being handled. Is that in the future? We'll see that.
You can see it on this major development plan. I think the final engineering shows it a little bit better. I'll have Mackenzie explain it a little bit more for you.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone else have questions of staff? Very well. Ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon. Mackenzie Surgeon, 2105 47th Terrace, Vero Beach, Florida, for the record. This is part of the overall Wild Oaks development, so it has a shared stormwater component. Just at the northern limits of the plan that is up on the screen is the maintenance path and the slope down into what is called Swim 3. And this development has been accounted for within that stormwater pond.
So it will be using the shared.
Yes.
Okay. Is that a closed system just for Wild Oak? Or does it end up dumping after it overflows?
No, it is all closed.
Okay. Thank you. Question?
Commissioner Washington.
Just on the same thought, the when it's built out, the 198 homes, the stormwater system will support all 198 homes when they're eventually built.
The 198 is just for the maximum density allowed in that district. Right now, the only proposed is 54. That stormwater pond is planned to take up the rest of that tract. So if we were to build the additional units, additional applications would be needed at that time to prove that the stormwater could still be handled.
Okay. To create more stormwater.
Yes, or utilize underground detention or other means.
Okay, then you'll come back to us with that.
Correct.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? All right. I do have a question. Looking at the lot layout, what is the distance of the driveways there? The driveway between the driveway and the easement of the sidewalk? Or is there sidewalks there? I can't tell from that.
There are sidewalks that run down the middle road. These are alley lots, so they are rear loaded. The driveways into the homes would be planned north and planned south, where the sidewalks would be in the middle.
Okay. What is the length of the driveway between the front fascia of the house and the easement?
25 feet, or
20
more or less 25 feet. We wanted to make the minimum without going
Good.
too
All right.
far.
All right. So is it no more questions? All right. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, thank Commissioner Ryan.
Sorry, I got one more question. Can you go back to the plot plan, please? Okay, the outer ring, are those all one-way traffic?
So yes, the middle drive is two-way, and then the outer is one-way.
So does it go counterclockwise or clockwise? How does it work?
Clockwise.
Yes, so you'll come in up through the middle, and then you can turn left or right, and you would be going from page right to page left down the alleys on the north and south.
Okay. Sounds like a lot of driving to do, but go ahead.
Well, I have one more question.
All right. Commissioner Woods.
Is there on-street parking in front of these homes?
Yes, there is on the southern side of that main entry drive. There is on-street parking.
Just
Sure.
on the south side?
Yes.
And so the north side there's not?
No, the north side does not have on-street parking.
Okay.
All right. Any more questions? Very well. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all.
Does anyone from the public here wish to speak on this matter? Seeing none, we'll bring it back to the board for discussion and a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to recommend approval of the 4101 Golden Gem Road Residential Major Development Plan, subject to the findings in the staff report and exhibits.
Thank you, sir. Motion by Commissioner Washington. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Mott. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Righty. Site plan, Eden Crest Phase 1. Owners, Apopka Project LLC. Applicant, Ovidio S. Sanchez. Location, east of South Binion Road and north of Boy Scout Road.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Amir Hamza. I'm a planner. The applicant has submitted a plat for the Eden Crest subdivision, and this is for phase one, and is located on east of South Binion Road and north of Boy Scout Road. These are the vicinity and aerial maps of all the properties regarding the phase one plat. The properties have a future land use of residential low and has a zoning of PD planned development as shown on these maps. Here's the Eden Crest Phase 1 plat, which has a total of 184 lots. That's just Phase 1 alone. Phase 2 will come at a later date. The Development Review Committee recommends approval of the Eden Crest Phase 1 plat. The recommended motion for Planning Commission is to approve the Eden Crest Phase 1 plat.
Thank you, Mr. Hamza. Do I have any questions of staff?
Yes, I do.
Commissioner Ryan?
Yeah. How many phases will it be on this project?
Right now, we're just approving the Phase 1 plat, and Phase 2 will come at a later. So just two phases.
Only 2 phases?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you realize in phase 3 there's a large wetland area that's protected on the southeast corner of that property.
Yeah, there's a lake there, wetland there. But again, this is just the plat. The CSP was already approved. This is just the plat.
No, I understand that, but in the future for the second plat, can you put the wetlands on there on the plat next time?
All right, I'll let whoever is bringing the plat in, we'll let them know in the
I would
DRC
appreciate
comments.
that. Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? Commissioner Woods?
I have lots of questions all the time. If you could bring up the map,
Yeah, let me just go back.
and what I'm looking at is stormwater. There's 2 indication of stormwater. One is track C and one is track D on the map. The question I have is this all only dumping into track C?
Sorry, could you repeat the last part?
Is this phase 1 dumping into track C?
Yeah, all the tracks that were listed are part of phase 1.
Okay,
It doesn't
so all
include.
the stormwater is going into that 5 acre.
That would be correct. Yes.
Okay. I noticed that it's sitting next to some other people property. There's houses already there.
Mhm.
What accommodations have been made to ensure that they're not be affected by stormwater runoff here? Like I've seen in other places.
This is just the plat. I mean, it's already been that was part of the CSP portion, construction site plan, and this has already been approved. So this is just the plat portion, the final portion.
I know, but my question is, what assurance are the people who already live there have that it's not going to overflow onto their property?
That I would not know because that was done in the CSP portion. This is just the plat, and I did not do the CSP portion of this subdivision.
Okay. And the last question I have is, if you look at the lots that back up to track C,
Yes.
and I might have read it wrong, it looks as if the pond extends onto their property. Unless I read it wrong, which I could have.
No, those are that's it. Doesn't extend onto their property. No, it's just a separate tract that's there. So
Okay,
the property would not be part of that.
Okay, because when I drilled down to look at the pond, which tells me it's so deep here and going up, it looked like their property line came across where the actual pond, the back end of the pond there.
Oh no, like right now, like it's not the lots haven't been divided yet in the recorded yet, so that's why right now it looks like it's the case. But once the plat gets recorded, that would not be the lots would not be part of that tract. That's why it's dedicated.
Okay. Thank you.
Anytime.
Right. Anyone else have questions? Very well. Thank you.
Anytime. Let me just,
Anyone from the public wish to speak on this matter? That would be no. Bring it back to the board for discussion and motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to recommend approval of the Eden Crest Phase 1 plat.
Thank you, sir. Motion by Commissioner Mott. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Commissioner Ryan. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3, Willow Run plat, owner MI Homes, Orlando LLC, applicant Luke Klassen PE, location south corner of Plymouth Sorrento Road and Appy Lane. Ms. Sanchez.
For the record, Jean Sanchez with the Community Development Department. This is a request to recommend approval of the Willow Run plat. Subject properties are located on the southeast corner of Plymouth Sorrento Road and Appy Lane, approximately 56 acres in size. The applicant has submitted the plat to create 110 single-family lots, 2 stormwater tracts, 4 landscape buffer tracts, 3 open space tracts, as well as 6 maintenance and access easements. Tract A, a 30-foot wide strip along Plymouth Sorrento Road, is reserved as right-of-way dedication for future road widening. The plat is consistent with the major development plan approved by City Council and the construction site plan approved by the Development Review Committee on June 1st, 2022 and July 26, 2024, respectively. The DRC recommends approval. The recommended motion is to recommend approval of the Willow Run tract. Willow Run plat. Staff is available for questions.
Thank you, Ms. Sanchez. Anyone have questions of staff?
I have one question.
Commissioner Ryan.
How wide are the lots?
I'm sorry?
How wide are the lots?
These lots are under RSFA 1B zoning, so they are actually 80-foot wide lots.
I'm sorry, say again?
80-foot wide lots. Yep.
Thank you.
All right.
And how deep?
Commissioner Washington.
I'm sorry.
How deep they are? I'm so sorry, Commissioner. I don't recall the depth of the lots. We don't have a depth requirement in our standards. We have a lot size requirement. I think I recall they have to be at least 8,000 square feet in area for each lot in that zoning. I'll have to double check for you, and we'll send you the information if you want.
That's okay.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else have questions of staff? Very well. Thank you, Ms. Sanchez. Anyone from the public wish to speak on this matter? Bring it back to the board for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to recommend approval of the Willow Run plat.
Thank you, Commissioner Washington. Motion by Commissioner Washington. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Commissioner Ryan. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right. Do we have any old business? Do we have any new business? Do we have anyone who's required to be here other than us? Well, you. All right. Meeting adjourned.